Alright, guys, welcome back to Only Subs, where we're doing hundreds of percent every single day. If you want to join the Discord link is in the description. A lot of times when I make these videos, guys, there's a lot of interesting stuff that's happening in the market that is noteworthy to mention, and especially after this past Friday. I'm showing you guys SPX right here. So SPX, I'm gonna get into SPY, QQQ, and a bunch of these big tickers, but SPXW in particular had over 100 million plus in call flow, right? So that's call flow plus put sells, which is also bullish, right? A lot of these are big, huge bullish bets that came in on SPXW, and SPX and SPXW pretty much moved the same. So what the millions worth of call flow that came in, right? They're most likely again these big banks, institutions. They are targeting right over here this 5900 level, which is this golden pocket up here for November 29th. So that's to what? It's September 1st now, so that's already almost 3 months out, right? So you got October, November, and then pretty much beginning of December. 3 months out, they're targeting all the way up here. And again, the reason why they're probably targeting these levels is because number one, we are in a very bullish setup right now, right? You have this very big cup and handle that has formed, right? This big V-shaped recovery we had, and now at the end of Friday, we had some huge bullish momentum that went in towards the end of the day on SPY, QQQ, and many other tickers. But they're targeting all the way up here, right? Let me show you guys SPY really quickly. It's a split screen here. So right over here on SPY, what that looks like is, and I'll show you guys right now. On SPY, what that would look like is about five right over here, 590-ish, like 588 to 590. This golden pocket is the equivalent of where SPX would be, where those whales are targeting SPX all the way up here at 5900. So that's literally like, again, $100 million worth plus for the next 3 months. The only thing is those are a couple weeks, a couple months out, so that's really far out. And sometimes they don't have to hit the exact level. Sometimes you just catch the run up and then sell, and then retail has a little bit of a lagging effect. They'll see this and then they'll say, oh wow. So then they start going long, and then as the stock price may or may not move up, they could be selling their positions, right? So nonetheless, those are bullish bets for SPY. That's all the way up here, and that's this macro trend line that's coming from all the way back. I need to pull up the 4 hour here so you guys can see. But that line is coming all the way from here, and that lines up perfectly with this golden pocket at this 590 level, 588 level. And if that, if within the next couple months, depending on the Fed interest rates, when they do decide to lower the rates, that could easily be the catalyst to send the market higher to new all-time highs. And yeah, so that's what you're looking at on SPX. Those are big, huge bullish bets. If you guys were in the Discord, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I posted it earlier on Friday multiple times so that you guys exactly saw what those bets were. They are huge bets. But as of right now, we're pretty bullish. Just going into this week, September, we're Labor Day weekend right now, so Monday is closed. But this week, we got a few amount of different data coming out, ISM services, and a couple other things. That's a non-farm payroll. That's going to be a big one, NFP. So those are some big data that's coming out this week that could also influence the market. I think jobless claims as well. So right now for SPY, again, like I said, we're setting up this cup and handle, and at the end of the day, we did push right over here on the end of the day, and nearing these all-time high levels again, right? SPY is just under this golden pocket, so these are a little bit more conservative levels here. On Friday, actually, there was a huge $5.1 billion print in the dark pool. That's actually a huge amount. Normally you will see like a billion or 2 billion. And I don't really consider those as a lot. I mean, it is a lot, but when you see something like unusually large, like 5.1 billion, I take note of it. And that came in on Friday, right? This is literally right over here. That's sitting all the way at this all-time high level. So it's very important that SPY, the bulls, that they get clear of this level, clears the golden pocket and this trend line up here. This trend line right above 565, like for this week, 565 is going to be the number to get over on SPY, because this trend line is coming from all the way back here and could test this very key level. This is a very big level that bulls need to get over. If SPY can clear this 565 level, you're looking at about 566, 567 here, and then this big level all the way up for here, which is about 567 over here. 566, 568-ish, which is pretty much, pushing this level a little higher here. And then, you got your upper levels up here. But that's what you're looking at for at least come Tuesday, Wednesday. You're going to have to look for a break of this. Otherwise, if it cannot break this pretty strong resistance, I would call it, then you're going to have a rejection back down. It could even test this order block down here, or even as low as 560s to 558, where there is a lot of buyers. That's where the big move came on Friday, that huge explosive move. So that could, you could come down, retest down here. There's definitely a big buy area in my opinion if SPY does come down here. But over here, I think again, just if you're gonna scalp or capture a swing, a bounce here, this would be a very good order block over here. Again, this really depends on how SPY is gonna open up on Tuesday. So we're gonna have to wait and see till that. But these are your, based on the setup right now, I would look for longs unless there are, change of characters. If market structure is shifting, then you can look for potential short opportunities. But I think right now the market is bullish. I wouldn't even consider shorts at the moment, but that's what you're looking at right now. For QQQ, looking a little bit, SPY looks a little bit more bullish in terms of just the way it looks compared to QQQ. But however, if you look at QQQ, it actually has been, down in this descending channel sort of look. I mean, you could call it maybe a bull flag or whatnot, but it's starting to break above this flag right now. So what does that tell you? That means that this could be a potential long signal to go long on QQQ. Again, your risk at this level is going to be a break below, and that's going to be a break below of this 474.50-ish level, which would be a bull trap, right? You go back under it, and then maybe you come down to this 472.60 level, which is, there's again an order block down here before that end of day push that we got. Okay, so that's what you're looking at on QQQ. Very bullish look. I like the look of it. If you go on, let me just pull up a little micro 15-minute time frame here. If there is to be a retest, you come down 475, retest this trend line. A lot of these are a little bit better confirmation in terms of risk to reward. You get better entry if you do get a bounce back over a pullback into this area here. Worst case, it comes down here, and then you're probably gonna push back up. But that's, again, from a risk to reward standpoint. What you want to look for now is either if there's going to be continuation, you have this golden pocket here. This is a huge level. This golden pocket all the way up here at 479 to 480. There's this $500 million print in the dark pool here. This in itself is a big order block on the, I believe, the 4 hour or the 1 hour, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, it's a 1 hour order block here that's going to act as serious resistance up here. So 478, 479. Maybe come Tuesday, Wednesday, we do come up to test this area. If we can get clear of this like 480.50 level, we will look really good. But we need to at least right now clear this 478 to get that, sort of more of a better market structure shift and then test up here without wicking, again on a higher time frame, wicking back below, because then there's no confirmation. We need candle closes above 478, and then we can test this golden pocket area, right? This order block. It's very big resistance, so watch out for this 479 level over here. Again, I would look for longs just going into the week. If you do maybe get a pullback down here as low as like 475, maybe 473s down in this order block down here, and then you get the continuation up. But as of right now, again, everything looks bullish. That's what you're looking at for QQQ. If we go into VIX right here, I mentioned VIX was in, looking for that gap fill on Friday, which it did get, and testing this order block. So this is the thing about VIX. They basically created this double top formation. So if there is to be a pullback, again, everything looks bullish. You could break down on VIX again, coming down to test this trend line. This trend line comes all the way from this, this big trend that's been going from a downtrend since like back earlier in this, back over last year, I should say, March or February. So it could come back down and test down here, and that would again push the market even higher, right? So that's what you're looking at on VIX right now. It's at 15. You want to see it break below this 1440 level, and then eventually come down to test this like 1240 level, $12 level down here. IWM looks very good as well. The thing I like about IWM is, again, you had about $465 million worth of dark pool again, and in this very key zone that came in again at this golden pocket level. You had this big breakout from these two trend lines that we've been trading it before. It was just a bit of a nightmare trading it, but hey, now we got the break above it finally, so bulls are looking really good. You had this daily 9 is holding up over here. Again, you're above this dark pool level. You're above this big trend line that comes from back here. So you're looking really good on IWM. If you want to long it to this, this is let me see, I think this is an order block on the hourly or the 4 hour here. Yeah, I think it's in the 4 hour. I'm sorry, the 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour order block. So you could target, if you're gonna long IWM, not a bad spot to target as high as these equal highs up here. 225 is a very good target. You could target on IWM maybe a couple weeks out. This is a very good setup right now. Your risk could be a break below this golden pocket, and then maybe you'll want to come down to test down on this trend line again. And again, you don't be surprised if it does happen. And yeah, we could even come down to test this order block all the way down at this 214 level right here, right? You get this full gap fill at that point. But that's what you're looking at on IWM. Tesla looking really good on Friday here, which it actually had this very this falling wedge pattern that we were tracking the past few days. We got the breakout. I think one of the guys in the Discord took a long on this, which was great. This is starting to, this is pretty much a valid breakout at this point. Over here, it basically broke out here, but rejected back under, which basically bull trapped everybody. That looked like a very good, breakout, but lo and behold, this one is now came back, retested, picked up some orders, and now it's probably looks good for pushing even higher. So what you want to look at on Tesla is a break above this 216 level. This is going to be very key. This is your macro trend line that's coming from like way back, all the way back from like this downtrend Tesla's been in. So you want to get over that 216 level, and eventually once you can clear that, then it will look very good, right? If bulls can actually stay above it. But if you're going to target short term, I think targeting as high as this 221 to like 226 level would be great to long. But again, this 216 level is going to be very important to clear. If you're a bull, of course, right? If you're a bear, you want to see eventually this level test, which I think it will test, and then you want to see maybe a test of this 220 level, reject and break down. So just completely bull trap breakout, bull trap at this point over here. Basically no follow through on this falling wedge, except for this breakout right here. Amazon looked very good on Friday with this. It looked pretty bearish, but then eventually right over here was the one I was trying to break down, but then caught this last couple of days, started to bounce over here, and then now it caught a breakout of this golden pocket and this downward trend that it's been following. So bulls need to hold above. Like everything in the market looks really, really good right now in terms of just setting up for the bulls. So longing Amazon right now, you could target as high as like this 82. There's a lot of resistance over here. This 82, 82.40-ish level. Otherwise, if you test up here, you want to at least break above it. That's going to be very important for Amazon here. At best, if it does come down for a retest, this golden pocket needs to hold. You guys already know the deal with the golden pocket and trend lines. Like they need to hold. If it does break below, I could look for more liquidity down here at like this 174 to like 171 level. Basically this order block, which is coming from right over here to here. Okay, so that's your zone to potentially buy again. But as of right now, again, look, at least it's holding up above this trend line here. If you're gonna look for longs, I think that there wasn't really any sign of a pullback here. Maybe longing at look for calls at this at low as here, or even again this trend line lines up with that. So I wouldn't be surprised if Amazon does come back down for a retest. If it does continue up, oh well. Sometimes the market doesn't give you a chance to even enter. So that's what you're looking at if you're gonna go long on Amazon. 175, 176 level over here. This zone, this order block. But if it breaks below this trend, this trend that it's been downtrending this whole time, then it could come back and stay below this trend again, and then you're gonna be looking at some of these lower levels again, as low as like 166 again. Nvidia out of every stock that I've looked at is looking pretty bearish. It's pretty weak. I know it did get this pickup, but man, it's after that earnings call, it just been just didn't really look like it was in any shape or form of recovering right now. I think right now it's probably out of everything, it's setting up for potentially more downside, and that could be as low as like this 114-ish level, this trend line again, that's coming from this pennant, I should say, that's coming from like way back there. But it's been in this pennant, up and down in this range that it's been in, and then finally broke below it. So this is a very clear bear short sign for bears to like capitalize on. Right now, if you're gonna short, I would short Nvidia down at least maybe into this is a daily order block, right? Never got tested, fresh to test down in this 115, 116 level. Maybe consider longs at best this 116 down to even 114, right? And that's gonna be about this dark pool level lines up with this fib at this 114.38 level and the bottom of this pennant. So at this point, you as a bull, you want to see a bounce here, and then you want to see bull just kind of like start moving back up. But if this breaks here, then this could be just a complete possible breakdown of Nvidia, and you could see as low as like 105 and then even 97, which we saw back in like early August. So that's what you're looking at on Nvidia. It's looking not the best right now in terms of bullish setup, but bearish setup I think is a little bit more likely. I think right now it is again, maybe the market picks up and then it does continue up, but as of right now I could tell you I would not be looking for longs personally. But again, really depends on the market. Google looks really good to me. I really like Google because first of all, you had this bear flag, right? This was setting up for a while since like that big breakdown, and then it looked like it finally broke, right? Back in I believe on Thursday. Yeah, broke on Thursday, but then bulls started picking back up, and now it's back in the bear flag. I think for this week, I think Google looks really good too. The only reason I say this is because you had this failed breakout, right? And then you recovered the trend, and you even broke this lower, what do you call this, lower high over here, right? So if I go in the micro time frame, and again, this is where like market structure comes into to play, right? You have this downtrend right now is your high, your lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then lower low, lower high, lower low, and then it's starting to. And this is when it broke this bear flag right down here, broke down, reclaimed it, so broke down again, and now reclaimed it, right? So on this reclaim over here, it actually cleared this high here with a candle close. You see, if I can just draw it exactly for you right here, right there is your confirmation market structure shift. Okay, so I would look for longs at the on Google. I mean, if there's a gap up on Monday, I mean Tuesday, then you might not have gotten the entry, but Friday would have been maybe a good time to have entered. I think I deleted the wrong. Oh yeah. So Friday might have been a good time to enter. I think Google looks very good to potentially test this golden pocket all the way up here at 167 ish. So 167, 167.5. If you want to target those calls for 1-2 weeks out, I think it's a very good bet. You want to first clear this level, this 165 level, come Tuesday. I keep saying Monday. But come Tuesday, you want to see you break up above this 200 SMA, this down, this pennant that it's been in since like all the way back in early August, and then break out and test this. Again, you have your equal highs up here, your golden pocket lines up there. Very good level to test for longs. I think 1 to 2 weeks out, like I said, your risk is very good over here. Like you could just easily just reject this reclaim of this bear flag, and then it will just break down again, right? So your risk to reward, and I could just quickly like show you exactly what that looks like. But like let's just say you entered in right here. I don't know where it's gonna open up on Monday, but your risk could be like down here, just probably below this level here, and then target as at these highs up here, right? So your risk to reward is really good. You're looking at about a 2.81, right? That's about 3 to 1 almost, right? Depending on how you do your risk. If you want a little tighter, just under break of this, then you could keep it like that. But I think 3 to 1 risk to reward, or actually now you're 5 to 1. Again, it really depends on how tight you want to keep your risk, right? But very good risk to reward nonetheless on Google here. I think 1 to 2 weeks out, really good setup for 167 calls or 167.5, targeting those equal highs. Coinbase looking pretty weak. It had this bear flag breakdown, which was, again, I could just quickly just show you this. Let me just draw it so you guys can see it. It's from here and then from over here, right? This was your bear flag. Broke down right from when this broke over here, and now it tested this golden pocket. I think somebody asked me on Friday that this is it good to short. I said yes, and then lo and behold, that 180 target that I mentioned hit on Friday. So now it's at this golden pocket. If bears cannot continue to push this thing down, and again, really depends on what's happening with BTC, right? Bitcoin is looking very weak right now, so it's been in this bull flag, and if Bitcoin is not strong, coin, you can probably bet that it's gonna probably continue lower, which I think coin wants to actually come down lower, just because of how weak it's been. And there is this very key demand, or I think this is an order block that I have. Yeah, it's an order block that has been tested down here and maybe could be coming back to test it again. And if it breaks below that, you have your H pattern set up, your H pattern that could potentially you could look for a potential breakdown at this point if it loses this area. But I think over here at this 161 level, 160 level could be a good buy zone. You sweep these equal lows over here, right? And then go long at that point. So 161 I think is a very good area to set an alert. I have an alert set at this range or this zone right here at the bottom to potentially look for longs, because I don't know, I think that this could break down further. Could be wrong, but that's what I'm seeing right now. As of right now, it needs to break below this 179, this golden pocket basically, and then you can look for these lower levels down here if you're going to continue shorting it, of course. This looks like a bearish setup right now, though I wouldn't long it personally, but that's what you're looking at. We went through BTC already. Like I said, it's looking pretty weak. But again, just going back to the market, let me quickly talk about UPS. This was a thing I alerted. If you guys are not taking advantage of those trade setups that I'm posting, highly recommend looking into it, because a lot of those are really, really take my time to just look into the market, look at a lot of other stuff that's going on in terms of what the sentiment is, what people are saying on what the fundamentals is, and then I'll do my own analysis, and then I'll put it out for you guys to see those trade setups, which some of them you guys have been taking and profiting really nicely. Shout out to, I think, Calvin, that's been on PayPal, that has nearly 100% or so right now for him. So congrats on that. But UPS is looking really good right now. It's been in this, and I think I alerted this back when it was over here maybe, or I don't remember, but it was maybe a week or so ago. And this is now getting really tight in this pennant, and it has now broken out and needs to continue. You need that continuation at this point. It looks very good. Again, at the end of the day, the market just in general is looking really strong, and now you want to see a continuation up from here. I think I mentioned in the trade setups, just glance over what the exact play was, but I think that UPS was a swing position and targeting again, you're looking at this big gap all the way up to here, but I think targeting this 135 to 140 level, not a bad couple months out maybe. As you can see, this has just been grinding, so I wouldn't, I would recommend the time if you guys want to go for UPS here. Again, none of this is financial advice, guys. I have to just point it out, but just my personal opinion based on how I trade, based on technical analysis and everything just make a decision in terms of any given stock. INTC, this was the one that we profited a bit on Friday, but again, this is a very tricky stock to play. It looks very bullish right now. Just the fact that you cleared these, you had a very nice structure shift at this point. It's got beaten down for whatever reason. I think just they've just been lagging. Maybe management. I'm seeing stuff that they probably need new management, CEO or something. But right now, from a technical standpoint, this looks great for a potential reversal right now. So I think, and again, this is because a lot of Wall Street a lot of them have placed certain types of bets, which I'm unsure if they are hedges, but they put in about $100 million plus targeting as high as 35 to 40 for October-ish. These are put sells, by the way, so these are bullish bets. They're basically, what a put sell is they're selling puts, which is for this 35 ish level, which is basically indicating that this by mid-October that they are assuming that INTC will hit over 35, over $40 by in a month or so. And again, they have to have that happen before their expiration date, which is about mid October, I believe that's what it was. But right now, based on the price action, it seems like they're onto something, right? The bank INTC is working with the banks right now to send the stock, maybe make some changes, positive changes for the company, which they probably need to do. Otherwise, they're not looking good right now in terms of just a macro perspective because of just how badly they've been beaten down over the past few years. So this could be something, again, technical wise, I think this is very prime for a nice little bounce, which it's been getting. If you guys are long on it, just buy time with it. That's what I think is the best to do. Otherwise, just really got to see what the banks are going to do with this company. Otherwise, looks good as of right now. Like I said, your risk, if you are long right now, you want to see this 21 level hold, right? Come this week. If INTC breaks below this, consider taking some risk off because this was a confirmation break for bulls, but that's your risk over here. I think as high as if you're gonna follow Wall Street, $30-$40 a couple months out, it's not a bad bet. But these are your levels. 26 or so is your golden pocket. There's a big I believe this is a key demand area. Yeah. So, key supply zone over here. So you could target this or, this gap fill at 30. See how you guys want to play it, right? But INTC right now, I think it's in favor of bulls despite a lot of the market sentiment, which a lot of people are so bearish on it. And understandably, right? They're going to assume that it's bearish based on the direction of the company and the stock itself. So that's what you got on INTC. KSS is Kohl's. This was a stock that I was looking at to long on Friday at the end of the day. I was really hoping to get this order block test. It was so close to it. Like, you can zoom in. Look at, this is the block right here. And this is the candle that didn't even come in to test it. And then it bounced. And the contracts, even I saw the contracts were trading around 35 cents or so. Those went up on this spike up here as high as 65 or so. So almost double, right? Near 100% bounce just because it, if we did jump in on that could have just scalped it for one trade. But, you want to wait for confirmation sometimes. But if you're going to be a little bit more risky, could have doubled your money on that bounce. But I'm still going to watch this, waiting to see if it does come down here. If it doesn't, oh well. I think KSS is looking good for a reversal to the upside. But I want to see certain levels tested. Hopefully we didn't miss it. But if we did, so it is what it is. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Really appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, my DMs are always open. Join the Discord, and I'll see you guys next time.